Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com.
Up first this evening, 17 months after the Disabilities Act was passed, 70% of high schools cannot accommodate students with physical disabilities. It means the Education Ministry will not meet the 24-month timeline to retrofit buildings for persons with disabilities.
Now that declaration is being made as the Merle Grove High School in St. Andrew finally begins to build wheelchair ramps for a new student following public backlash. Kalisha Williams has our story.
The new school term is fast approaching, and these men are working overtime to build disability ramps for a new student who uses a wheelchair. The school was pressured to do this after the student's parent complained on social media that the school denied her child because it did not have the facilities for students with disabilities. Allegations the school later described as miscommunication.
With the Ministry of Education, what they would have projected, because we would have had a thorough walkthrough to allow them to see exactly the different classes that she will need access for, the visual art department, the home economics center. And so they're aware of what is necessary in order for her to remain a part of our family.
The acting principal also promised that the student will not be victimized. But why wasn't the school more proactive?
It's not a matter of waiting until now. It's just the simple fact that we have students here who are already not able, but never in a wheelchair. So now that another student who is confined to a wheelchair, then we just have to continue making the journey or the process work for us.
Step by step, the school is working to see how it can be more inclusive, because as you can see, most of the buildings here have multiple stories. So in phase 2, they may have to install an elevator. That aside, the Merle Grove High School is just one of hundreds of high schools island-wide that were not designed to accommodate students with physical disabilities. In a media briefing at the school on Tuesday, Acting Chief Education Officer in the Education Ministry, Dr. Kassan Troop, said only 302 of the over 1,000 high schools island-wide have wheelchair ramps and other facilities for the disabled.
We have a lot more work to do. What we do is do it in bite sizes. So the last Ramp in Schools project program that we did impacted 94 schools, and we did that in partnership with our donors, and the donors are organized through our National Education Trust.
The Disabilities Act, which came into effect in February 2022, outlines a 24-month deadline for buildings to be retrofitted to provide access for persons with disabilities. So with 7 months to go, the government is way behind.
No, we wouldn't be able to do retrofit to the extent of all that will be required, but we can be strategic.
Dr. Troop also explained that the ministry is also working to provide access for persons with disabilities at the Alphonsus Davis High School in Manchester following complaints by a parent. Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
There are